Ella, Part 5, On the Road Again. What a morning. Ella and Gabby were on the road again, traveling west on Highway 80. The skies were clear and blue and the road was before them. Gabby was feeling hopeful that they would be able to get back on track and make it to Bastineau State Park in Louisiana by the end of the day. So far, the two had traveled approximately 300 miles a day. It was only 250 miles to the state park. At 40 miles an hour, that's less than 6 hours. At least that's what Gabby figured. After getting lost in Jackson, Mississippi, those AAA triptychs aren't all they're talked up to be. Things were rolling right along. The trailer's door had not come open, and the little scamp sailed along the back roads of the Magnolia State. Uneventful. Not monotonous, simply uneventful. Then they came to Louisiana. Nothing happened right away. The scenery was changing again, though, and there was a feeling of excitement in the air. Or maybe it was the smell of the Mississippi when they crossed it. It could have simply been the tension of driving in city traffic when they came to Shreveport. Whatever it was, the two were completely clueless. They made their way. Sure, they got lost twice with the triptychs, but this leg of their journey was going smoothly. Highway 80 West was straight and even. The southern sun was baking the earth, the road, the air, and the two travelers. They rolled along at 40 miles per hour, through one town after the next, passing through Tallulah, Grambling, Arcadia, and little-known Gibbsland. Bonnie and Clyde died there, you know. The highway stretched out before them, 49 miles to go. There was forest on both sides of the little two-laned road. Tall, majestic pine trees and oaks lined their route. Running alongside, just beyond the trees to the south, was an abandoned railroad. It was clear sailing for the little home on wheels. Road ahead, road behind, and trees, trees, trees. The temperature was 99, and it was only 1 in the afternoon. Dreadfully hot. The two women were prepared. They had 2 one-gallon jugs of water with them. They drove along in silence, conserving energy. Ella was sweating, sipping water and concentrating on the ribbon of hot asphalt in front of her. Flop! Flop, flop, flop! It was totally quiet inside the SUV. Gabby just sat and watched while Ella held the car steady. Knuckles white, fingers tight around the steering wheel, she took her foot off the pedal and coasted to the side of the road with ease. The two exhaled simultaneously. Ella got out first. She inspected the driver's side wheel. It was totally shredded. Gabby got out on the other side and went to the trailer. When she came out, she was carrying an orange hazard cone, which she had placed behind the little caravan. She then went around to the left side of the vehicle to see what kind of damage the blown tire had caused. Gabby was surprised to find Ella already taking off the tire. "Dang, baby, take it easy," she implored Ella. "I'll call AAA." Ella did not respond. She simply kept taking the nuts off the wheel. Gabby walked around to the other side where there was grass and shade. She leaned against the car and made the call. Ella had taken a wheel off before, but not in 99-degree summer sun. She was sweating profusely. As semis whizzed behind her at 50 miles an hour. She had gotten the lugs loosened, but for the life of her, she couldn't figure out why the jack wasn't lifting the car any higher. Meanwhile, Gabby had collapsed on the ground behind the trailer, water jug in hand. She knew AAA could take a long time, but this was ridiculous. Even though Gabby knew that God was with them, she was feeling uneasy about being in the middle of nowhere. She decided to call 911. "Hello, is your emergency fire, police, or medical?" asked the kind voice on the other end of the line. "Police," responded Gabby. "What's your problem, ma'am?" "My partner and I are on US 80 West in Louisiana, and our vehicle has a flat tire." All right, where are you, ma'am? Are there any landmarks or mile markers? There is nothing but trees and highway. We just left Gibbs Land, if that helps. Yes, ma'am. There was a pause. I have an officer in that area. He should make it to you in about an hour. Great, announced Gabby, because we're just two old ladies by ourselves out in the middle of nowhere on the side of the road. Her desperation was coming out. Though she was relieved, real help was on its way. Speaking of help, she wondered where the heck AAA was. Her phone rang. It was AAA. Hello, said Gabby. Miss Dennis, this is AAA. The driver is having some trouble finding you. Well, said Gabby, Highway 80 West, Louisiana. Oh, exclaimed the operator. We thought you were in Tavares. Poor Gabby was hot, tired, and just a little bit frustrated. No, she explained. I'm in Louisiana, a little west of Gibbsland, on US 80. I'm sorry, said the operator. She apologized. Let me connect you with the Louisiana office. Gabby hung up in irritation. Honey, she called to Ella, I called 911. They're on the way. Ella yelled back, Hey, why don't you call Rosie? She might be able to help. Rosie was Ella's best friend. They had known each other for a lifetime. Rosie was a welder by trade, but had a host of life experiences, a jack of all trades. Rosie had been keeping in touch with the two travelers each day. She was laid up at home with a broken ankle, and following her friend's journey helped her to keep busy. Their call was not unexpected. Hey, ho, she answered the phone. What are you ladies up to today? Rosie, began Gabby, we've got a flat tire on the side of the road in the middle of nowhere, Louisiana. This statement put Rosie into high gear. Well, she started, make sure you unhook the trailer from the truck before you try and jack it up. Gabby was sitting on the tongue of the trailer as Rosie gave instructions. She looked down at the hitch and could have kicked herself. Of course, unhitch the trailer. Okay, Rosie, shouted Gabby into the phone. Thanks, girl, you're a lifesaver. We'll call you when we make it back on the road. Just then, Louisiana State Trooper to the rescue. He was big, built, and black. Ex-linebacker, thought Gabby. Furthermore, as the universe would have it, he had a floor jack in his trunk. She had to give a shout-out to him on Facebook. She never did get his name. Officer Angel would have to do. At 5:30 p.m., 9 hours and 274 miles from the time they started, the happy couple arrived at Lake Bastineau State Park. Nirvana. To be continued.